Angie. I hope that you guys are all doing great today. I am doing fabulous. It's a beautiful, if not hot, sunshiny day here in mid-Michigan. So we haven't gotten together for a long time to talk about yarn. So grab a drink, grab a snack, grab a work in progress, because we might be here for a little while. If you don't have time for it, I understand. But I figured I'd get on here and show you guys what I've been working on and some new yarns. Some new yarns and some, well, they're new to me yarns, but some of them are new yarns. So we'll get to that in just a second. First of all, where do we want to start? We'll start with new stuff, that I've gotten. I actually left the house yesterday. I went out to, I forgot a work in progress over there. Shoot. That's okay, I can show you guys next time. I went out yesterday. I actually went out. I took Nate. We went to Michael's. We went to Hobby Lobby, and we went out to lunch. So that was really nice. But at Michael's, I found some clearance yarns, and who can say no to clearance yarn? So first, I'll show you what I got from Michael's that was on clearance. Now remember, these are probably not anything that you're going to be able to order online, but go to your local Michael's because this clearance sale is unbelievable. So let's see what I got. First, I got 2 balls of this. This is the Loops and Threads brand, which is Michael's house brand. This is a ginormous, it's called Big Braid, and it is a huge 10.5 ounce 300 gram skein of size 6 super bulky yarn. It is 86% acrylic, 14% polyester. The color that I have here is called, well, it's not on here. Sure it is, Salt and Pepper. So this color is Salt and Pepper. There are 262, I'm sorry, I told you the wrong, 300 grams. There are 262 yards of a size 6 super bulky in this skein. So I just grabbed 2 because that's going to be enough to make a sweater for sure with a size 6 super bulky, and it is truly a size 6 super bulky. But I thought that was just beautiful for $5 each. $5 each. All of these yarns that I'm about to show you from Michael's were all on clearance for $5 each. So Bo Duke's over here being my partner like he likes to do. Then the rest of what I got is all Caron cakes. So they had, because new Caron cakes are coming, and that's a special part of the video. I ordered from Michael's and they got delivered yesterday. The new Caron cotton cakes that just came out. Boy, I say that 10 times fast. And so I'm going to show you what the new Caron cotton cakes look like. But while I was at Michael's yesterday, they did have the old retiring Caron cakes for $5, which is a steal. I love Caron cakes. They're gorgeous. So I got 2 of these Caron skinny cakes. This color is skinny cakes are a DK3, a light 3 as far as the size. And this is called Raspberry Ganache. Isn't that pretty? And this is such a big cake. There are how many yards in here? They're very generous, 795 yards. So I've got almost 1,600 yards of this Raspberry Ganache for $5 each. Come on, you can't beat that. That is just such a steal. And it's a really nice, it's 100% acrylic. It's a really nice, soft acrylic. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this yet, but it's very nice. It's very pretty. All right, so then I also got, now some of these, because they were on clearance and it was it's like the end of the season for these Caron cakes, some of the labels were a little bit funky. I was okay with that. If you're not, you might have a hard time at your local Michael's finding. But the next thing I got, we went from the skinny cakes to now we got chunky cakes. So I got 2 of these Caron chunky cakes, and these are a size 6 super bulky. Now this, compared to that Loops and Threads super bulky, this is a little bit thinner. I would actually classify this as maybe like a very thick bulky 5 rather than, oh, there's a fly in here. Ugh. It's that time of year when flies are getting in the house, and he's just gonna buzz, buzz, buzz and be our friend all around us. Anywho, this isn't quite as thick of a bulky 6, super bulky 6 as that Loops and Threads brand, but it's still a really nice weight yarn. So this color that I got is Dolce de Leche. I think I'm saying that right. But beautiful, beautiful colors. And the chunky cakes have 297 yards per cake. So good deal, $5 a cake. Don't know what I'm gonna make with that yet either, but something. I'm gonna make something. I got 2 of those, and then I got a couple more skinny cakes, maybe 3 more skinny cakes. Yeah, 3 more skinny cakes of all this same color. So this is another color of the skinny cakes, again with 795 yards per cake. And this color is called Melon Smoothie. And I thought that this would make an absolutely gorgeous baby blanket. Don't you think? Oh, yeah. So I got 3 of those. I'm gonna make a ginormous baby blanket with these. And maybe, you know, maybe not a ginormous baby blanket, maybe a regular size baby blanket and a little baby sweater or something. But I really loved the colors. I mean, you got, how could you not love those colors? You got like a caramel and teal and turquoise and peach and gray and just beautiful, beautiful colors in there. Even like a dark green mixed in there. It works because it looks really, actually this one shows the colors probably best. I've got some backlighting issues coming in from my window there, but it's too late now to change it. So hopefully you guys can see these colors okay. Okay, the last one that I got is a last year's Caron cotton cake. So the cotton cakes are a size 4 worsted weight yarn. And this cotton cake is called Driftwood. And it has 530 yards per cake, which is a generous, generous amount of a very nice soft cotton. I've never worked with the cotton cakes. I'm very anxious to give it a try and see what it's gonna be like. Because it feels really nice and soft. It feels like nice, soft, very tightly spun cotton, so it's not gonna split. And it is 100, oh, I'm sorry, this is a cotton blend. No wonder it's so soft. It's 60 cotton, 40 acrylic. Oh, I should have told you I'm sorry, on the skinny cakes, I believe those are, I didn't tell you the fiber content on those. 100% acrylic, that's what I thought. And I think the chunky cakes might have some wool. No, those are also 100% acrylic, yeah. So everything else was 100% acrylic. These cotton cakes are 60 cotton, 40 acrylic, which makes it really nice and soft. It's gonna give it some stretch, but it's still gonna drape very lovely in a garment. So the only thing that I can say about this colorway and the way these cotton cakes are put together is the stripes seem short. It seems like the striping is going to be short, which in knitted projects I think looks spectacular. But in crochet projects, you gotta watch your stitches, because if you've got short stripes with a crocheted project, sometimes you lose, you know, if you've got fancy stitches, they might just blend into the back. You might not be able to see the stitches if you've got, you know, detailed stitches because of the color change. So that's the one thing I was a little bit worried about with this, but I think that I'm gonna make a garment with it, so I wasn't really worried about it. Ooh, look at that cool scarf. That's neat. Wow, that's cool. I wonder if the pattern for that is in there. Yeah, free pattern on label. I might try to make that scarf. That's really cool. That's right up Angie's alley. That's my kind of scarf, isn't it? That is definitely my style. All right, let me get these out of the way and then we'll move on. So those were old yarns, but new to me. I mean, I just got them yesterday. But clearance, each of those were $5 a cake. And you can't beat that for Caron cakes. So, let's shift. No, let's keep going with the Michaels stuff. So I had also placed an order to Michaels online because I wanted to they had their new Caron cotton cakes, the new colors for this year in. And as I was there yesterday, they were getting ready to, they were opening boxes, and I think they were the new Caron cakes, the new colors for this year. So they're coming soon, the regular acrylic cakes. But the cotton cakes are out now. So let's see what I got. So this is the new, and there were, I think, 4 or 5 different varieties of cotton cakes. I got one colorway in each of the varieties. So this is just the regular cotton cake, and this is in the color Gooseberry. And this is, again, a 60-40 cotton acrylic blend, 530 yards. Look at those colors. That is beautiful. That is gorgeous. Now, the striping effect on this does seem a little bit longer, that you're going to have, you know, the same color. So here on the label, that shows you what the striping effect is going to look like in, of course, I think that's a knitted. That looks like maybe it's knitted. No, that's crocheted. Yeah, so that's what the striping effect will look like on a crocheted project. So it is a little bit longer of a striping pattern. But soft, talk about soft, it almost feels velvety. It's so soft and looks velvety. So this is just and I'm a little bit sad. These are brand new, just came out. Look at how this cake came. Come on, Michaels. Give me some, I mean, these are brand new. They just came out, and you gave me this cake that's all squished up and fallen apart. And I mean, that could have happened in shipping, because they did ship these 2 cakes in a bag. I placed one order and I got I got 3 packages. So let's get into this first box and see what we've got in there. I also ordered some things that were not cotton cakes. So we might be jumping around a little bit here. Yep, we are going to jump around a little bit here. So I don't remember if this was on clearance or what, but I got, oh, is that ever soft? That's nice. So this is another Loops and Threads. This is called Charisma Tweed Hues, and it is in the color Sweet Dreams. So it's a really nice, oh, if you peel that back, you'll see even some more colors in there. So a sky blue and caramel color, and then in there we've got some little bit of a teal, not teal, but bluish green, kind of a blue green in there, and some gray. That's really pretty. So this is a size 5 bulky yarn, and it is, let's see, 97% acrylic, 3% viscose. And that viscose is going to be the tweeds that are in there. See those nice tweedies that are speckling it out? So I got here this one. So this one is just wound a different way, and you can see how much of that teal color there actually is in there. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 skeins of that. So I must have had a plan. There are 109 yards per skein, so not very many, not very, you know, not a lot of yardage per skein, but for a bulky 5, and I want to say I got this on some kind of a sale or a deal, because why else would I have gotten it, right? We don't buy things unless they're on sale. The rest of everything in this box is just Impeccable by Loops and Threads. I screwed up on this. So this is just Loops and Threads Impeccable, which is their just everyday worsted weight 100% acrylic. It's softer than Red Heart Super Saver. Probably not as soft as I Love This yarn. Probably comparable to like the Premier Basics, I would say. But it is a very nice, softer acrylic yarn. The reason I got this is I need to finish a friend's blanket. However, comma, I ordered the wrong color. So I ordered 12 of these and I got the wrong color. So I need to figure out how to send 12 of them back and get the right color, or see if I can go to my local Michael's and just exchange them if they have 12 of my correct color in stock. So that was an error on my part, and that's that entire box. So let me set that off to the side and get into this other box, because that's where our Caron cakes are gonna be, is in this box here. So I've missed you guys from my yarny videos, and I have a lot more yarn coming. I have orders out there with little knits, with a new to me company named Vilrita, with Hirschner's, and with Premier. So I've got quite a bit of yarn on its way. Okay, ooh, okay. So yes, these are the rest of my cotton cakes. So this, I got two of each colorway. So these are called Cotton Angel Cakes. And you can see that it's kind of like a, this is the new for this year. This is, the color of this is Pineapple Ice, 60% cotton, 40% acrylic, medium weight, number 4, 530 yards. So this is going to work up. You can see it's almost, see how quickly the colorways turn? And that color is not showing up accurately in my camera. I'm actually going to put you guys on pause for a moment, and I'm going to close these drapes behind me because we're not getting good color. We're not getting good colors. Hold on for just 1 second. Okay, so I'm back. That's much better, much, much better. Everything's not gonna look so washed out. So I'm gonna show you again that color for the first cake that I showed you. That's showing it much, much better. So this is just the standard cotton cake in the color Gooseberry. I love that. I love that. It's so pretty. Then we have the Cotton Angel Cakes. And this is the way that colorway looks. Almost like it's, the color changes really, really quickly. But I like it. I think that that's gonna make a beautiful garment. So I got plenty there to do any garment that I want to. Then I got Cotton Lava Cakes. Now the interesting thing about the lava cakes, I thought, is it's going to be fun to play with these colors. So these are all the same fiber content, all the same yardage, 530 yards. This one's called Apricot Sorbet. So it shows in the middle, you have kind of that variegated or striped yarn in the pinks and creams. And then the outer part of this cake is just cream. So it'll be interesting to play with colors on this and see what you can work up. I don't know. I'm not really good at that, but you know, it's worth a shot. So what have they got on the label here? They've got, and these cakes are all kind of falling apart too. Come on, Michaels. So I'm going to show you the sample project on the label. It looks like a cowl or a shawl maybe that they have wrapped around. That looks pretty cool. That does look pretty cool, how that color kind of goes from, I might have to use this for that project, because I can't think of any other way. I'm not really good with color control or stuff like that. Okay, so this is just another Caron. I must have gotten two different colors of just the Caron regular cotton cakes. This is the second color that I got, and this is called Almond. Come on now, tell me that's not some beautiful yarn. That's very, very pretty. Again, worsted weight number 4. That's what it looks like worked up. Oh yeah, that's the project I showed you from the last color, Gooseberry. Very pretty, very pretty. So I got 2 of those, and then I got 2 of these are called Painterly cakes, Caron Painterly cakes. And this is a longer striping yarn. So that's their sample project that they put on there. So this is going to have, your colors are going to be, you know, in longer patterns. So if you are someone who likes to color control your yarn, these Painterly cakes might be a better option than the other cakes if you know, if you want to do color control. So this color is, what is this color? Morning Dove. And I just thought this was really pretty. I don't know what I'm going to do with any of these yet. They're probably going to turn into wearables. At this point, probably not until next spring, for next summer. But yeah, so that is my these are the new Caron cotton cakes that just came out. And some of the colors. So there's 4 different types of Caron cotton cakes, and they're each available in an array of color combinations, of colorways. This one, this is the most interesting to me, and I'm definitely going to just follow the pattern that's on the label, because I am not creative enough to think of anything else to do with something that has, you know. Basically, they took 2 different yarn colors that go together and put them together in one cake, is what they did for you, which is appreciated for someone like me who doesn't do real well with putting yarn colors together. So that's my haul from Michael's. Those are my cotton cakes, and I'm so excited that I got them right when they came out. So next we'll go on to my knit crate boxes. So I have 2 knit crate boxes to show you because I didn't show you last month's. So this is June's knit crate box, and it came with, what did it come with? It always comes with a little treat. Some coffee, vanilla pour over coffee. Okay, and what else? Some, latte creamer. Oh, so you can make yourself a vanilla latte. But this is the yarn that came with June's. I was hoping that it would be a cotton. Yes, I was hoping that there would be a nice light summer yarn in the summer knit crate boxes. As there's a lot of, I love wool, don't get me wrong, but I was hoping there'd be something summery, and this color could not be any better for me. I love this color. It's called Old Barn, and this is called Euro yarn. It's called Asher. So this is a 34% cotton, 35% linen, 19% lyocell, 11% nylon, sport weight number 2, 351 yards of a sport weight number 2, and you get 2 hanks. So the knit crate box with shipping for me is like $42 a month. So that's, you know, $21 a hank. You get a new one every month. It's a membership deal, in case you're not familiar with what knit crate is. And you choose like a mood, and they send you yarn. Everybody doesn't get the same color. I don't remember what my mood is. I think my mood is anything goes or something like that. But I really love this color. I don't know what I probably got enough to make a tank top out of this, 700 and some yards, a little over 700 yards of a sport weight too. I'm trying to think how many yards I used to make this shirt. Oh, I didn't, well, this is one of my finishes for this week. This is a shirt that I made based on a pattern from Hobby. and it uses a sport weight #2 cotton yarn. What's it called? Gosh, it's all the way over on the other side of the room, you guys. I will link it in the description. How about that? I'll link the yarn that I used in the description because I'm behind this table. I got all this yarn. It'll be a big mess for me to get over there. Anyways, but isn't this just fabulous? Now, you either love this or you hate it. I've gotten lots of great compliments about it, and then I've gotten some people who are like, ooh, that's kind of trippy. So hopefully I'm not giving you guys, you know, I'm not hypnotizing you with my shirt, but I absolutely love it. This is definitely my favorite summer top that I've ever made. But it's a front runner for my favorite wearable that I've ever made. But this was a #2 sport weight yarn, and I don't think I used all that much yardage for it. So I'm thinking I can get if I'm creative, I think I can get a top out of this. So I just today got my Knit Crate July box. So I haven't seen what's in it. Let's break it open and see what it is. So is Knit Crate worth it? You know, it depends. It's worth it if you like the idea of a surprise, and if you like the idea of a monthly subscription and getting something, you know, new every month and not knowing what it's going to be. It is very, very good quality yarn. It's definitely not chimpsy yarn by any means. It's a little pricey, but I've kept up with it. I don't know how much longer I will. Some of the yarns I love, some of the yarns not so much, but I'm going to show you a project that I made with one of my yarns from Knit Crate, and it's fabulous. Now, you also have the option with Knit Crate, even though you only get 2 hanks in your box, you can go on their site and order additional yardage if you want to make a bigger project. So it also comes with this card that talks about the mood or the inspiration behind the yarn of the month. And on the back it has I'm covering it up with my thumb because it's a membership only thing. It has a scannable link so that you can go to the site and get the pattern for the month. So they have a pattern that goes with each and every one of their boxes that you can use, that accommodates the quantity of yarn that they gave you. So let's see what we've got. Ooh, I was not impressed until I touched this. I've had this is Vitellana Silhouette, and it is so soft and squishy. The color is called Evening Light. This is a 50% superwash merino wool, 50% tencel. I don't know what tencel is. Is tencel like lyocell? I think it is. It is. So it's like a cotton almost, superwash blend, but talk about soft. Now this is fingering weight, so it's very, very fine, and there are 400 yards in this hank. So you can see compared to my finger just how fine that yarn is. I can work with sport weight, which is this #2 weight yarn, but fingering weight, I'm not sure. I don't have a lot of experience working with it. I am anxious to see what their suggested pattern is to go with that yarn. I'm not a huge fan of the color. I would say if I could get this yarn in even a sport weight in a different color, I would be super, super ecstatic. But it is pretty. Don't get me wrong. It's very, very pretty. Just not, not my color. And then the little treat that came with this month, oh, I love it, is a Knit Crate bag. So it's one of those cinch top backpack type bags. I will definitely use this. Love bags, can't get enough of them. So that was a nice little, I like the little extra that they gave you this month. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so that was Knit Crate for July. So stay tuned for Knit Crate for August, because that'll be coming sooner than we like to think. Summer's almost over. Don't like to think about it. All right, let me set these scissors somewhere so I don't cut my yarn. Now, Hobby Lobby, we're almost done with new yarns, and then I can get into finishes and works in progress. New yarns. I went to Hobby Lobby, I told you. Now, I only picked up a couple of things at Hobby Lobby. Well, that's not true. $100 later. I had to buy more yarn for a project that I'm making that I'm going to show you. I needed to get, the last time I was there, they didn't have enough of my colors. I bought them out, I got everything they had. So this time I went, I bought them out, took everything they had of the color combinations that I needed for a blanket that I'm making for my friend Sue. And I'll show you that once we get to works in progress. You're going to flip. It's absolutely gorgeous. She chose the color combination and she couldn't have done a better job. So I've been working a lot with cotton lately, as you'll see in my, who's out there? Oh, we have a delivery. There was a knock on the door. Oh, that's probably yarn, you guys. I might stop this video one more time after I talk about this Hobby Lobby yarn. Go get that delivery, come back, and we'll see what we got. Okay, so I've never used I Love This Cotton. I've been trying a lot of different cotton yarns lately, trying to find one that I absolutely adore. And I have heard people raving about I Love This Cotton. So I wanted to give it a try and throw it in the mix with what I have been using. So it's 100% cotton yarn. It comes in a 180 yard skein, and it is a size 4 medium weight yarn. And the color I have here is called Olive. It's a beautiful color, and I'm anxious to work this up. I actually wanted to do something to test this so I could compare it accurately between all the other cottons that I'm going to show you from my works in progress, because I wanted to kind of show you the differences between some of the cottons that I've been working with. But I can tell already that I am going to love this cotton. And it's not a bad price either. It's $3.79 for this skein, but if you get there on, I think it's every other week, their yarn is 30% off. So if you get it on 30% off, not a bad price, really. You know, compared to like Walmart Mainstays cotton is, you know, very comparably priced. And this, I think, is a lot nicer than that. I also found, now I don't know with absolute certainty that this is a new yarn, but it wasn't there last time I was at my Hobby Lobby. And I'm a big fan of Yarn Bee yarns. And I already know what I'm going to make with this, but I picked this up. It's called Simply Flawless. Now, this is the color that I have is, they had a lot of different colors, is called Petalscape. And it looks like it's almost splotchy, spray painted, the color changes. It's not showing up real well on camera, but do you see how when the colors change, they kind of splotch from one color to the next? It almost gives the appearance of a hand-dyed yarn, in my opinion. And this is a 100% anti-pilling acrylic. So it's a premium anti-pilling acrylic. It's a DK weight, number 3 lightweight, and there are 301 yards per skein. So I got 900 yards. I am going to make a hat and wristers and cowl set out of this. And it is so super soft. And I think that the way the color changes are, I think it's gonna make for a beautiful hat, wristers, and cowl set. But that's called Petalscape. Tell me that that is not gorgeous. And that's gonna be for me. I'm not. This was a little pricey. So for 301 yards, it was $7.49. Now I did get 30% off, but that's still a little bit pricey in my opinion for acrylic. But I just fell in love with the colors, the way the colors worked together, and so I had to give it a try. So that's what I got from Hobby Lobby. Now that would be the end of my acquisitions, except for I know that I just got a delivery. So I'm gonna pause you guys for just a second and let's go see what we got. Let's go see what the mailman brought us, or FedEx, or whoever it was. All right, hold on just a second. Okay, I'm back. So while I was up, I did grab the rest of what I had left from the shirt that I made. So this is Hobby's Rainbow Glitter. It's 95% cotton, 5% metallic polyester. And these come in teeny weeny little skeins. It's a 2-weight. This is not a 2-weight. They're saying this is a 1. Yeah, I can buy that. It is pretty thin. It's a 1, which is a super fine fingering weight. And there are 174 yards in each skein. Now, I had 6 skeins total, and I made this shirt, which I am 5'5" and about 175 pounds, and this fits me, you know, very nicely. It's perfect for me. And I used I had 6 skeins, and this is what I have left, is probably 2 halves, you know, a half of each color, half a skein of each color. So it was not cheap yarn. Hobby does not, I don't know, their prices are pretty high if you ask me. But some things you can only get, you know, some things I've gotten from there that I could only find there. So, and this was one of them. I wanted to use exactly this yarn, which is what they used in the picture that I had seen of this top. So that is the yarn. In case you're interested, it's called Hobby Rainbow Glitter Cotton. So I could probably calculate out and see if I have enough yardage to make a top using that that knit crate yarn that I got. Okay, so my box. This is an oddly shaped box for yarn to come in. This comes from a company I've never ordered from, and I'm really excited about this order because it is a brand of yarn that, I believe Velrita is an overseas company. I believe they're not based in the U.S. Let's see if it even says Lithuania. So this company is from Lithuania, but I am in love with the brand, and I don't know how to say, I'm probably going to say it wrong. It's either Alize or Alize. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. So I say it different every time I say it. I'm having a really hard time. They've got this box taped up like nobody's business. I'm having a really hard time getting into it. So goodness gracious. Well, it did come all the way from Lithuania. At least they made sure my yarn was safe, right? So if you can find Alize yarn within the States, but you're going to pay a lot. You're going to pay a really high price. So I found at this site, they had, oh, I'm so excited. They had it for a very reasonable price. So I got a bunch. Now, I think my packing slip's in here, and hopefully my packing slip shows prices so I can tell you what I paid for all of this. It does. Oh, it's in pounds. So that's not really going to help those of us who live in the U.S. But I wanted to try their, just their basic, it's their Alize Cotton Gold. So just their basic cotton yarn. And because, like I said, I'm comparing cottons right now. And so I got, oh my, oh, is it now? I do have a broken band, which I don't like, but it's not their fault. It just came unglued. I can tape it. This cotton gold, oh, wow. This might be the softest cotton I've ever felt. So this is 361 yards, which is a very generous yardage, of a 55% cotton, 45% acrylic, so it is a blend. And they're calling this a 4-weight yarn. I would call it a light 3. It's not quite a 4, but beautiful, beautiful cotton polyester blend. Very soft, very well spun. I'm impressed with this. So I got this color, which is, I got 3 of these. I don't know, I must have had something in mind. This color is powder pink. So I got 3 powder pinks. And I got 1 candy pink. I love that. I wish I would have gotten 3 of these. 1 candy pink and 1, what are we calling this one? Green, just green, but it's a really nice green. It's a nice fern or sage green. Very, very pretty. I love this. What am I gonna make with this? I had to have had something in mind. But, you know, for the life of me, now that it's here, I can't remember what I had in mind. I need to get myself a little tablet, like a little idea tablet. And when I find patterns that I like that require a certain yarn, oh, I opened that from the wrong end. It's unusable now. Okay. When I find patterns that I like that use a certain yarn and I order that certain yarn, I need to write it down. So when the yarn gets here, I remember what it was for. All right. So next I have a Alize or Alize Bella Ombre Batik. Now, I've had this yarn before in another color, and I'm going to show you a work in progress that I have using it. There are 984 yards in this cake. This is the most beautiful ombre effect of any yarn I have ever seen. This, I've looked at a lot of ombre yarns because I was been in a big ombre mood for quite a while. I cannot find an ombre to match this on anybody else in any other brand that has such a subtle variation of ombre colors. It is just absolutely to die for. I know what I got this one for. I'm going to make a dress for my granddaughter. I made one for one in gray for my other granddaughter, and I'm going to make the little granddaughter Lila one in this pink. But it's beautiful. Oh my God, is that beautiful? So the color that I have here is called 7404, color 7404. And it is a lightweight number 2, I believe. Can't find it. Oh, they're calling it a 3. Huh. I swear they called it a 2 in my other one. I would say it's a 2. It's a lightweight number 2. And I'll just show you the picture. There's a dress on there, and look at how well that ombre's out. That blends out. Super gorgeous. Super gorgeous. And looks a little bit like the dress I made for my granddaughter, and it has that just real subtle change. So this is 100% cotton. This here, it doesn't say it on here, but I'm almost positive. Yeah, 100% cotton. Very, very, very nice yarn. And I'm going to show you, in fact, I'll just show you right now. So I have this in gray, and I'm making a shawl with it. And this shawl is it's called the Killer Queen shawl from Crystal at Bag of Day Crochet. And I'm not quite, it ombres so subtly that you can't, I mean, you can barely see the color change happening. But this is what we're going to get to, is this dark gray out at the outer rim of it. So it's going to ombre out to that dark gray. So this is one of my works in progress, and it's looking so pretty. Again, so this is called the Killer Queen shawl. And I think I'm going to put some tassels on it when it's finished at the ends. I think it'd look great with tassels. So if I have enough yarn left, we'll see. Not 1,000 yards. I probably should, depending on how big I make the shawl. You know, we'll see. But that's using this exact same yarn, just in a different color. So I'm excited to get another one of that. Now, oh my God. Oh, you guys, I am in heaven. Keeping on the ombre thing, look at that. So this is their Alize ombre, or Angora Gold Ombre Batik. So this is a very fine, are they calling this a 1 or a 2? Let's see what they call it. Set one of them down, Angie. It is soft as soft can be. Just super, super soft. It is made out of 80% acrylic, 20% wool. And it is what are they calling it? They don't have the color on this is 7295 if you like this color. So it's not really Angora. It's just wool, but or is it? Because it does have the hairs. See all the hairs coming off of it? But look at how lightweight that is, of that strand. Very lightweight. I don't know what I'll do with this, but it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I got 2 cakes of it. So I could do something with, I could do a wearable that had, and you know, use one panel, one for the front panel, one for the back panel, so that they would match up as they ombre'd down. I could do that. And then I got another one of those in a different color. It's the same fiber content, same everything. But this color is 7243. So just a very, very beautiful mocha brown to cream in the center. Beautiful, beautiful yarn. I'm in love with this brand. I'm going to order from Vilrita again. This was not a very expensive, it was very, very inexpensive. And again, I can't give you the prices because they're in pounds, but compared to what you pay for this brand yarn here in the States, at any other site I've ever looked at, Vilrita had the best prices that I've found. And I did a lot of searching. And it's Vilrita, Vilrita, if you're interested. So did I tell you the yardage in here? 902 yards per cake. 902 yards in each of these cakes. So here's a picture of some of the things that they've made with this yarn. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I probably will make a shawl or a wrap with this one since I only got one. And then I think I am going to try to make a sweater with this one since I got 2 of these. Yeah, very, very pretty. Okay, so that's the end of my haul. That's what I got. That's what I got. That's all my new yarns. So now, if you're only here to look at new yarns, you are dismissed. No, I'm kidding. If you would love to stay and see my finished projects and my works in progress, I would love it if you would hang out. So I'm going to try to go through this kind of quickly because it has been a while since I've done a video of yarny things, and so I have a lot to show you because, as you guys know, I'm an avid crocheter. I crochet a lot, like a lot. So I was really kind of focused. You know how I am. I kind of get something or a certain style stuck in my head, and that's what I go with for a while. So this last few weeks I have been shawls and tank tops, shawls. That's been my thing. So my first finish is I'm wearing it. I told you guys all about that. My second finish, and I say finish, I use the term loosely because my ends are not woven in. I did this gorgeous shawl. I absolutely am in love with the way it turned out. I love the sequins in it. It is this, I used Lion Brand Date Night yarn, and I absolutely, that might be like the favorite yarn I've ever worked with. It was just so, it was such a pleasure to work with. The sequins didn't get in the way at all. I didn't lose any sequins in the process, and it is just gorgeous. Trying to remember, I don't recall where I got this pattern from, but it was a YouTube video. And again, if you're ever interested in any of the patterns that I talk about on my, or that I show completed projects from, I have a playlist in my on my channel called Crochet, and it has links to all of the videos that tutorial videos that I used to make my my projects. If it was from a YouTube tutorial, some of my projects I do from written patterns. I said do. But so this is my beautiful, beautiful shawl. Love how it turned out. Love, love, love it. And I did, like I said, I loved that yarn so much, that Date Night. I did order some more of it in a different color. So that should be coming soon too. I think I ordered that from Lion Brand. I might have gotten it from Hirschner's. I don't remember. Okay, more finishes. So now we'll go on with finishes, even though that's not the only shawl. Let's see. Oh, I forgot a shirt. Oh, I forgot one. Okay. I've been making tops. So I made this one out of Lion Brand Comfy Cotton blend. And it is it goes like so. It's a small, it's not for me. And then it wraps around your very, very long things are there, wraps around and then laces up the back to give you a back closure. So it's just basically 2 cups, and then you've got that beautiful shell work down in the bottom. So you could make the shell work as short or long as you wanted to make the top as short or long as you wanted to. And I did that. I actually made one of these for myself, and I just made because I'm older and, you know, my figure's not the greatest and I didn't want my belly hanging out. So I made it really quite long so that it's like a tank top and it covers my belly, in Lion Brand Pima Cotton. And that's a size 4. This is also I think Comfy Cotton Blend, do they call that a size 3? I think they call it a 3, but it's actually more like a 4 weight yarn. I did the same, and then I made this top in, I used Kobu. And this top is another, it has the fringe and the tassels and ties behind your neck. And I think it's adorable. Super, super cute. I made a few more of these, actually 2 more of these tops I made for my niece. I've already given them to her, so I can't show you those. Then I made that top again, but I used Mainstays brand, which is Walmart's brand of cotton, size 4, worsted weight cotton yarn. And so that's that same top, but in the Mainstays cotton. And I do have on order from Amazon, they should be here tomorrow, pads to put in to, you know, to give you a little bit of coverage over your unmentionable areas that you don't want visible through crocheted garments. Then I did this really cool pineapple top. Now, I really love this top. However, I don't love the yarn that I used. So this is the top. It's got this very intricate pineapple stitch top on it. So it goes like this. And I love the color, and I think it's beautiful. But I used Peaches and Cream yarn for this. Now, that's probably not something you should use for a wearable. It was the first time that I had worked with it, and it is just stiff and scratchy. It's definitely a kitchen cotton. It's definitely not a garment cotton, in my opinion. I mean, people might make, you know, people might disagree with me, and that's fine, but I don't think it's a garment cotton. So that's what those are the tops I made. And moving on, I will show you, I started, and I'm almost finished, with a winter sweater. I was watching a yarn unboxing video, and there was a link on there to a tutorial for a winter sweater, and I love the pattern so much, and I thought to it just was like a light bulb went off in my head, and I was like, Angie, you have the perfect yarn for that. So I went and started it and whipped up this sweater. And it's just granny square-ish. I took it in at the waist, so it'd be a little bit more fitted. It's going to be a little bit of a more fitted sweater. I did start one sleeve, so I'm at the sleeves. I'm almost finished with it. I've just got to finish up the sleeves. And I don't know how I left the length. I didn't finish the bottom yet because I don't quite know how long I want to make it. I wanted to do the sleeves first, see how much yarn I had left, and then decide if I wanted to make it a longer sweater or a shorter sweater based on yarn chicken and how much yarn I had left. So for this, I used Ice Yarns. This is Ice Yarns wool cord bulky, and it's a bulky number 5 roving style yarn in a very, very, very dark brown. And I can't give you the number, just type in wool cord bulky. It is a beautiful 100% wool. No, it's not 100% wool either. 50 wool, 50 acrylic. But it is a beautifully soft wool acrylic blend. If you are into roving yarns and you are into wool and you are into a bulky yarn, this is fabulous, fabulous to work with. I absolutely would highly recommend this yarn, wool cord bulky from Ice Yarns. Okay, then I made another dress, and I screwed up on this dress. So it's not for, well, it could be for my granddaughter, but it's not going to be for her for a very long time. So I had made a dress that I had showed you guys before using this Cascade Yarns Paradigm Shift yarn. And it was red and yellow, or pink and yellow. So there's Paradigm Shift and Paradigm Shift Light. I made it, so I wanted to make one for my other granddaughter, and I chose this blue-green color combination. But what I did not take into consideration was that I had used the Paradigm Shift Light on the first dress, and on this one, I used the regular Paradigm Shift. So this is incredibly too big for her. It's not done yet. I need to get another cake of it because I'm running out, and it needs to be longer. But yeah, so that was kind of a crochet fail there. Not really a fail, but it just didn't turn out it wasn't the size I expected because I screwed up. All right, then I've got these two panels. They're just granny square panels that I'm going to make into a top using Lion Brand landscapes in the color Driftwood. So I just have these two panels. Well, this panel's done. This one's not quite done. I needed to get more of the yarn. And so it's just going to be a 2-panel top granny square, just basic granny square. So that is a work in progress, and I'm just waiting for the yarn on that. I had to get more. And Driftwood is a color that Lion Brand isn't making anymore, so I had to find someone to order it from. I found it at Hirschner's, so that was good. Now, this shawl that I'm making here is a Bag-O-Day crochet shawl pattern, and it's using Lion Brand Moroccan Nights. And I don't love this yarn. I thought it was going to be different than what it is. It is a number 3 lightweight DK weight yarn, and it has gold flecks in it, which is really pretty. But the colors in this yarn vary so drastically that I'm just not sure that I love the way the colors are working out. And maybe when it's done and I get it a little bit bigger, I will like it. But at this point, I don't know about the colors. So that's that shawl. And then my next shawl is this. I promise you guys we're not going to be here forever, ever. Sorry, this is going to be just such a long video. I'm using Red Heart Ombre Super Saver, and I don't like the way that this is turning out either. Not that I don't, it maybe once, I love the pattern. Don't get me wrong. I love, love, love the pattern, but it just seems like this is not going to be a drapey enough yarn for a shawl. It just seems like this is definitely going to be a winter shawl. It's definitely, you know, bulky. It's not going to have the drape on it. I think that this pattern would be, I mean, look at the pattern. It's a gorgeous pattern. I think it would be beautiful in a lighter weight that would have better drape to it. But that's what the pattern called for, so that's what I used. And it'll get, you know, it'll get finished someday along with my 5,000 other projects. Now, this last shawl, and this is my last shawl, I promise you, I'm almost finished with it, but it has to have fringe put on it, and I don't know quite how much bigger I want to make it, if any at all bigger, because it does have quite a lot of fringe that's going to go on it. This is a very basic shawl pattern, but I had the perfect yarn for it, and the drape on this is absolutely amazing. This is a shawl that I will keep for myself. I will not sell this shawl. This is definitely going to be a keeper, just because the fiber content and the drape are to die for. And I used Audine Wool's Chill yarn. It is a 90% Surrey alpaca, 10% cashmere yarn. Talk about soft. Talk about soft. So the fiber content on this one and the drape on it, and then once I put fringe on the ends, yes, ma'am, that is going to be all for me. Yes, ma'am, or sir. I guess maybe I do have some sirs out there that watch my channel, or that watch at least my yarn portions of my, I don't know, are there any sirs out there that watch? If you're a sir and you're watching, let me know. I would be interested to know that. The last thing that I'm making is using Shawl in a Ball from Lion Brand, and it is going to be, and I'm not very far on it, it is going to be a bathing suit cover-up. So just a simple Shelly pattern, and I believe it actually is going to go this way. So this is the length of it, and it's going to be a bathing suit cover-up. But so that is my other work in progress. I'm trying to hurry up here because I don't want to keep you here all day. I've only got a couple more things to show you. So blankets. I am making a granny square blanket using Lion Brand mandala yarn, or mandala, however you want to say it. And it is in the color Warlock. So these are called the Galaxy squares. These are also a Bag a Day crochet tutorial, and the video is in my crochet playlist. Now these do need to be blocked. They are a little wonky. These squares are a little bit wonky, but I've had wonky squares before, and I found that when you sew them together, they kind of flatten out and lose their wonkiness. So the thing I liked about this is the colorways, the way that the colors, now this is all from the same skein, all from the same cake, and look at all the different colors that you get, all from the same cake. So it's going to be amazing when you put it together as a blanket. It's going to be really, really cool when you get that all put together. I will probably block these squares. I think this one's my favorite one. So those I've gotten, I think 8 or 9, I think 9 squares done. I don't know, they're like a 13-inch square, so I'm not sure how many squares I'm going to make for the blanket. All right. Second to last, almost last, second to last. If you are unaware, I am doing a kind of a crochet along with my friend Mindy, and we're doing it on her channel, Mindy's Diamond Moment, on YouTube. And it would be great if you guys would join in with us. We're doing live streams on Fridays at 2 p.m. And we are using a pattern from Sisters in Stitch, their Island Stroll crochet along, and we are making the pillow. So I made one square, the first square, and that's what, no, I'm lying. You guys, don't look at that. You're not supposed to see that yet. That's the second square that I wanted to work up in advance to show you what it was gonna, second square was gonna look like. This is the first square. So this is what we're working on right now, and we are almost done with it. We're on this cream colored row. So tune into Mindy's channel tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern and crochet along with us. And it is a free pattern on Sisters in Stitch website. They also do have YouTube tutorials on each of the steps. And you can use, you know, your own yarn. Just pick out your yarn. You can find the materials that you need listed on the Sisters in Stitch website. So I've been working on those. Last thing, all right, last, and then I'm going to let you guys go. I know, it's been forever. I am working on a blanket for my friend Sue. And she had seen me working on this blanket in a different color way at the retreat. And she asked if I would make one for her. And she sent me a text with the colors that she liked. So I went yarn shopping, and boy, is this thing getting heavy. Hope you like a heavy blanket, Sue. This is what it looks like so far. So I'm going to show you. That's what she is looking like. And I am absolutely in love with this pattern. I am in love with this blanket. I love the colors. Sue, you might not get this blanket. No, I'm kidding. But it was an excellent color choice of color palette. This is I paid for this pattern from, oh goodness, what's the name? I love their stuff. It's called Ardith. If you just search Ardith, A-R-D-I-T-H, so Hooked on Sunshine. Yes, this is a Hooked on Sunshine pattern. And they have a lot of beautiful crochet patterns on their site. And that is the last work in progress that I have. Now, if you hung out with me for that entire time, thank you so much. You don't know how much I appreciate it. I really love talking to you guys and talking yarn. And let me know what you're working on in the comments. So that's all I've got for today. Hopefully it will not be so long until I meet with you again. It won't be, I promise. And talk about more yarny things. And I've got some exciting news. Mindy and I are going on a yarn crawl in mid-Michigan on August 3rd. So be prepared to see what cool stuff we find at all the yarn shops that we're going to go to here in mid-Michigan. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a fun day. We're going to try to cram 4 yarn stores into one day, so wish us luck with that. There are 11 shops total participating in the yarn crawl, but we're not, I mean, it spans over, you know, a 10-day period or whatever, but we're just going to go the one day and see if we can hit all 4. So wish us luck with that, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, bye guys.